EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here. As it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" QB from the University of Tennessee. It's Joshua Dobbs.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss.
Here we go. Man, Ricky. Hey, check that.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You talk about this Giant defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Here we go. Check.
Here's Dobbs to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him.
And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And the Giants ready to go now on offense. And under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
Playing for his Giants career, Jones' best season as a starter didn't come with huge numbers as a passer. He was just the guy his team needed him to be. Someone who could threaten the defense throwing it, and especially as a runner.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now Jones. Flush to his right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And his defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. The Giants had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
Throwing Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Greg George deep for Arizona. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Dobbs throw taken in by Pascal. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. They'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
We're scoreless after 1. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. Locates Ertz going across the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2.
Bronco switch.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
Most collegiate injury woes pop back up in his 2nd NFL season, holding him to 8 games. Yet he still nearly matched totals from his entire rookie season. This is the year he expects to prove that he can be the electric playmaker that the Cardinals drafted.
And he's got this down to the 35. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Dobbs throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd in a couple.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up and making sure it was a catch.
What a methodical drive. This is turning out to be that time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the gut, Fournette. And fights through one man. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Dobbs is throwing. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And 3rd and 1 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. And the tackle there by Chris Barnes. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Back to throw. Jones. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he is caught. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. He'll get this to about the 38.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Now, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Okay, here we go.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. From the 36, Jones. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Jones now. Off play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Gano's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing into break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
Well, the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On play action, it's Dobbs.
Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Okay, break.
2nd and 10.
Reno, check. No.
Now Dobbs.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Smack.
Throwing here, Dobbs. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Jihad Ward in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 65-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it is the Jets who have the lead late in the second quarter. The man wearing number 8, Aaron Rodgers, with 2 touchdown passes for his new squad. From there, let's get to Philadelphia as we check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. DeAndre Swift, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And that one all tied. Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these 2 teams is going to get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
Here comes Dortch on the return.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
On 1st and 10, Downs. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
To throw is Downs. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down. Meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. They begin with a run by Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The tackle for loss goes to Matthew Ioannidis. Really nice play.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Jones to throw from his end zone. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now Dobbs. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Back to throw Dobbs.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. Here's Dobbs to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 33 yards that time. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment and shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll give Fournette another crack. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
Prater's kick is good.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
Holmes returning from his end zone.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And New York set to take the field.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
To throw again on second down. Jones. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Flushed out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go. And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kaiser White. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
No, smash, bring it.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and that'll keep this a 9-point game. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team. But the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Here's 1st and 10.
Okay, here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Holding offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. L.J. Collier in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be solid. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
Oh, man, that is some straight bullshit, man.
Oh. We can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah,
that is some straight bullshit, man.
Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
Damn, man, that's some bullshit.
So it's a win here for the
What
Arizona
the fuck,
Cardinals.
man? I need a fucking quarterback,
They
man.
made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a
They beat me by fucking field goals, man.
In the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether
It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we'll see Fred Warner. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the 49ers and the Giants on Thursday night.
From the future site of Super Bowl 60 in a few years' time, there's a look inside Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
obviously no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
And I saw they had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win again.
Man, don't start this shit, man.
I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
13 yards on the game's over.
How the fuck are they tired already?
Wow. Quietly coming off a career year for the 49ers. Got over 1,000 yards on his final catch in the regular season. Did that and caught 8 touchdowns despite playing with 3 different quarterbacks over the course of the year.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I got all them people hurt, man.
Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them. Is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play? Or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field, and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
Eluding the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests.
Oh my God, bruh.
He's going to have the first down and more than that.
Oh my God, man.
His third touchdown now on the year.
And the 49ers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win.
How is everybody tired? They just got on the field.
Real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Now the NFC's leading rusher season.
Look at that, bro.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the
There's
24.
no way, bro.
You look at this Niner defense.
They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
With their lack of pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground.
Look at that, 30 inches. I swear to God, we can't get an inch.
How do they get better?
I swear if we can't get an inch, it's terrible.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
On third down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
The Giants at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that. And what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners with great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Man, how the hell, dog?
First down, it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now Jones. The improv back there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Justin Houston who got him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing Jones.
Isaiah Hodgins was his intended receiver. And it's third down. You look at this Niner defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty good.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't taken.
Man, come on, dog.
He's still on his feet. He may go. Jerome Jennings.
That's fucking sad, dog. That's fucking sad, bro.